All right, my friends, welcome to episode 307 of Prof and Dev Play Games. We're back from a 2-week hiatus. My name is Larry, the professor at Prof Plays Games on Twitter. Over there's Anthony, the dev at Summer Speak, and we are here to talk about a Nintendo Direct that we didn't know was coming until a couple days ago.
Until Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday, and it was coming on Thursday, so we had 2 days notice.
When we didn't record, I was like, man, this was the perfect setup, I guess.
Yeah, skip a week.
And then boom, have all this Nintendo news.
So what you're saying is we should skip every other week and see what else
I guess, yeah.
can drum up.
Microsoft, maybe? Come on.
Oh, man.
Gotta say something, right?
They're due, right?
I think, right? Wouldn't they be?
You would think. But Nintendo was due. This was a big direct. It wasn't just one of the really amazing indie showcases. It was the full bore, here's some really huge games coming. Not that Astroneer isn't huge. I can't wait for it. But this had some of the first-party stuff and some big third-party stuff. And the first third-party game, I assume you care about a lot.
It is. I care about it in interesting ways. One, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, so it's the expansion, or like Iceborne to World, or they used to do these as actual separate game releases. That's just like where you'd get like Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. It's basically G rank. It's the like next chunk of story content, and then like the highest rank of Monster Hunter games of challenge. Since World, they just do it as an expansion now, not as a separate SKU product. So I'm really excited about it. But the other thing on the Capcom page for this says the PC release will be the same day.
Oh.
Which, they haven't announced a PC release of Rise, but I assume the Rise PC version is coming, before next summer.
Same day.
Or before next summer.
Because you got to have that before you can even do the Sunbreak.
Yeah. So that's the exciting part for me, because I do enjoy Monster Hunter Rise, but I kind of really want to play it on a PC, because I bet it will look incredible.
Yeah. The Switch is fun and all, but not the powerhouse.
Yeah. Not the powerhouse. I'm excited for this though. Of course, I will try any Monster Hunter game now. So I'm just into the games and into that franchise. So
yeah. Well, it was a banger to start out with too.
Yeah.
Did people know this was coming? I think
people assume there was going to be this, because the game kind of leaves itself in a place where you're like, okay, there'll be more, and just the history of the franchise. This is how it works.
Right.
I don't think people were expecting the announcement and like trailer now.
Yeah. Especially when Nintendo said only fall 21 games, and they start with the summer 22
that's pretty
games.
Much a lie. Let's be honest.
Yes. Always.
But that was pretty cool. I am excited for that.
Yeah. The next one I'm just butthurt about. Mario Party Superstars, which looks awesome. There's like tons of boards. Looks like from a bunch of different Mario parties. They announced some Mario Party 64 boards. They're all online. Comes out October 29th. I'm just mad because Mario Party 10 that came out on Switch, they just kind of put out and then never did anything with. It was like 4 or 5 boards, a couple different modes. And that was it. There was no expansions, no extra DLC that like golf that we'll talk about later has. So then it's just like, I paid $60 for that game that I didn't get much out of. Do I want to pay? I love Mario Party, but am I gonna?
It's interesting. Again? I'm wondering why. Was trying to figure out like what happened with Mario Party 10 to make them just kind of be like blah and move on.
Yeah,
like, was it a game for the Wii U that just kind of got moved along and eventually just shoved out on the Switch? Just kind of one of those, well, we at least got to make some money on it. Where this one was started, potentially won the for Switch from the start. I don't know. It's really weird, because when did Mario Party 10 come out? A year ago? Year and a half?
Oh, wasn't it? No, it was longer than that, because it was before the pandemic.
Probably 2 then. But it seems like a weird cadence.
It does, yeah. Like, it's so quick after the last one that they did fucking nothing with. This could have just been add these boards to that platform.
Yeah.
And charge, I don't know. Maybe they were going to do DLC. Maybe this was the DLC for it, and they're like, whoop, this became a whole new game. So let's just put it out as a new game.
That's possible. Don't know.
if it reviews super well, it's gonna be hard not to, especially
Yeah.
since online's there from the start. I just love Mario Party. It's fun. I wish my daughter would get more into it. She's not super. Maybe we should try it again. I don't know. Next one, Voice of Cards, the Isle Dragon. The Isle Dragon Roars. What a title.
Yeah. We'll get to a few titles lower on the list down below. This, I was like, cool. It's like this Square card-based RPG, like very literal card-based, like the map's made up of cards, your character's a card moving on top of other cards, like crazy. And then they showed that it is from Yoko Taro, who did Nier.
Yeah. Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, oh, now I'm interested.
I know. There's a demo. I haven't played it, but I need to.
Oh, yeah.
That came out Thursday as well, the demo for it. So why not? And yeah, maybe the Nier games and doing all those are just like they're huge games. So you got to do a little side project. Smaller
palette
scope.
cleanser, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I should get the demo and check it out. It looked interesting, and when Yoko Taro's name came up, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be fucking weird." Like, what if like you play 2 or 3 hours of this fucking card game, and then it's no longer a card game; it's like a shoot 'em up or fucking third-person action game or some shit. Next, Disco Elysium comes to Switch on October 12th, which is awesome. What a great platform for Disco.
Yeah, and it's the final cut, so it's that's the other part. Who knows? Hopefully, well. But it is the Switch, so...
Yeah. It doesn't seem... I'm going to say something ignorant, and you can correct me. It doesn't seem like graphically or GPU or CPU intensive. It probably is.
Yeah, it could be in a weird way. I don't think it's the graphics so much. The CPU... I think that's the thing from actually, like, putting a game on the Switch. The constraints are weird. There are definitely GPU things you have to worry about in certain types of effects. That's like, don't do those types of shaders and materials on the Switch. Like, it doesn't like that. But it's really easy to max out the CPU. You have to be careful on your CPUs to keep the frame rate up. CPU cycles. So, hopefully it's not a ton. Like Disco Elysium, you said, it's not huge, but I don't know. A lot of stuff, when things are like highly stylized like that, it kind of hides a lot of the complexity. So who knows behind, like, if I just took a scene in that game and then was like, well, let's profile what's going on here. It could be pretty intense. I don't know. It's hard to say, but coming to the Switch is great. I'm curious about, and this is a thing on a lot of games on the Switch that I'm becoming more apparent with, is UI readability in handheld mode.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, that's got to be rough on this game.
Yeah, it's like, games that do it generally try to do it well will adapt their UIs for the Switch, like scale things up, use bigger fonts, like adjust to make it readable in handheld.
Right.
But a lot of games that get ported don't do that, and you're just left squinting at the handheld screen going, I don't know what those words are.
Well, and I feel like Disco, well, now it's got the voice acting, but there's a ton of reading, and I thought the text was small on the PC.
Yeah.
Right in front of my face.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's always a worry in things like that. If
it reviews well, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a second life or a third life or whatever.
Yeah.
I need to get back to that game. I need time.
Yeah. Next was an expansion pass for new stories for the expansion pass for Age of Calamity.
This is, in the short list of games we've gone over, the third game that is coming out on October 29th.
Yeah.
I guess it's an expansion, not a game, but it looks like it has more meaty story than the first DLC. And this one looks like, and I thought, maybe I was wrong, but I thought Robbie and Pura were already playable characters, but they are emphasizing them, and that got my daughter very excited. She loves Pura so much. So I'm excited about that. I never bought the first one, though. I mean, I haven't even finished the base game.
Yeah. So. I haven't even played the base game beyond the demo.
Yeah. But I've played probably 5 hours or so. It's fun.
Yeah.
Super fun, in fact. But, time.
Yeah.
Next one, I watch I don't watch the directs anymore by myself. I wait till the next day when my daughter can watch with me. And when she saw this next one, Chocobo GP, she said, "Daddy, is this Mario Kart?"
And your answer is kind of.
Yeah, similar mechanics. I always worry about the TLC that goes into anything that's trying to be like Mario Kart.
Yeah, I mean it's Square's kart racing game, so let's just combine those Final Fantasy characters into a kart racer.
But there weren't even like, maybe I missed them, but like it was like Black Mage and Chocobo, but there wasn't like Cloud or Sephiroth or anything, was there?
Not that they showed here, although there was a character from 9. There was a kind of a knight-looking dude. And it's Steiner from Final Fantasy 9.
Okay.
So I assume there's going to be named characters in here. They're just kind of hiding them.
Yeah.
And I did have to look up. It is a sequel to Chocobo Racing from the PlayStation days. That came out in 99.
Dang, that's 22 years later?
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They're just like, time for do a kart racer.
Why not? The next one was a reveal of a reveal, which is the final Smash Brothers character, which I thought was going to be in this direct.
Nope.
Of course it's not, because it deserves its own space. Will be October 5th.
Yep.
And it's got to be a Nintendo character, right? They're going to finish with their own shit.
I want it to be Sakurai. I really do.
I do too, but do you think, like, knowing Japanese culture, that doesn't seem like what you would associate with being humble.
Yeah. I assume it will be some Nintendo character. Something. I'm like, I don't know what constitutes like a capstone character in Smash.
Like Paper Mario is not in the game. Like Paper Mario could have a different move set, but then it's like, okay, there's the second or third Mario? Mario, Dr. Mario, I don't know. Tetra, I'm still into Tetraminos, but I don't feel like that's a final character either.
Yeah.
It's gotta be a Nintendo. I think I don't know what it's gonna be, but I could see them, because they're not doing any more characters, right? This is the last one.
Yeah.
I could see them doing this whole thing, and at the very end, say, "Oh, and one more thing," and then there's another character.
That's true.
It's fucking Waluigi.
Oh no, I was gonna say it's gonna be Chris Pratt as Mario.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ!
Sorry, we'll get to that.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
that would be the best.
Oh no,
character reveal.
Like, he's so cool. We put him into the game, and fuck everyone else you wanted. But I just cannot pin down who this final. If you have to have like such a weighty. What if it's another fucking Fire Emblem character?
That'd be great. I'd love it.
You just watch the internet explode.
Yeah, pretty much.
God, whoa! Like they put like Iwata in there or something.
There you go.
Actually,
Sakurai.
That could be cool because that's like a tribute, right?
A tribute to Iwata. Actually, I don't think they would do that. I think if anything, there could be a sticker for Iwata.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That would be a
like
fitting thing. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I mean, we can kind of skip a little bit ahead and then go right back because they did the same thing for Animal Crossing.
I know. My daughter got so excited, like, "Oh, look, she has a bun. Oh, what's that little? Wait, Daddy, where'd it go?"
The roost.
A roost.
Which actually, I'm like, I had to read it. I'm like, I haven't played these games long enough to know the roost, honestly.
Oh, is it a known thing?
Yeah, it's been in other ones. I need to. I'm like, was it in New Leaf? It's a cafe. I know that. Mm-hmm. Like, which one was? Yeah, it was in New Leaf. I never got it in, or did I get it in New Leaf? And I just don't remember. Yeah, it must have been in there. I just don't. I don't know. But either way, I know a lot of people at work who love Animal Crossing that were very excited by this announcement. So,
yeah, it's cool.
The roost. I'm like, cool.
Good. I'm glad you're happy. My daughter just wants the bun.
Yeah, we're getting a whole Animal Crossing Direct though later in October.
But I thought that was one of the cooler things about the Direct. This one is like, okay, here's another Direct. Oh, here's another one. Like, they know how to own the news cycle when they have shit to show.
They really do.
And it's holiday time. They're like, here, we're gonna sell shit.
Yeah. But then between those two was this weird post-apocalyptic game showing off, and yep, it's Kirby. Because
Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Because why not?
Post-apocalyptic open world Kirby. Well,
those things read to me as like challenging, and Kirby is not.
Yeah.
Like there's the enemies in the mall area, and he just like hopped over and kept going on. I was like, yeah, this is Kirby.
Yep.
I don't know. My daughter was like, is that out now? Like, no, most of these are not out now. She's like, oh, that one looks really fun.
Yep.
Kirby woke up on the beach like Link. Like, yeah, I guess so. And then later he dressed up like Link, and she was like, what?
You're like, yeah, Kirby dresses like everybody.
Yeah.
Then we got Mario Gold Super Rush.
Yeah, 2 new characters. Koopa Troopa and what the fuck is this? This rundown we're reading calls him Super Koopa. Not sure what that is. Koopa Troopa, and we have Ninji coming to the game, and a couple of new courses. A snow one, I think.
Oh yeah, and it came out on Thursday. Right.
Yeah, released on Thursday.
Was it free? A free update?
Free update.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, Mario Party got nothing, and Mario Golf keeps getting like good stuff. That Mario Odyssey course was really good.
Nice.
That they put out. Next one was Disney Magical World 2, which I guess is a 3DS game.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
That's fine. We can move on. Next one is KOTOR.
I know.
Original.
Not remastered, but KOTOR by Aspyr, who actually, I bet this is the version where they've done all the ports and adaptations of KOTOR to mobile phones and the whole thing. I bet this is roughly the Android version, iOS version, adapted back to Switch with controller support and everything. But that's why I'm like, this will run great, probably.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I'll pick that up. I'll play that on Switch. I can use another meaty Western RPG on Switch.
Is there a reason I think KOTOR is an MMO?
Because there is a Star Wars The Old Republic is the MMO, which is effectively KOTOR's 3, 4, and 5 storyline-wise. They just did it as an MMO. That's where they spun up BioWare Austin, and that was BioWare Austin's first thing, was doing the SWOTOR is what.
Yeah, that's right.
We abbreviate it to, but
right.
The game still kind of worked better as just single-player RPGs, to be honest.
Yeah.
Hard to adapt that type of game to an MMO. So that's cool. We got Dying Light 2, which streaming only.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because I'm like, how would that run on a Switch?
It will.
But Dying Light, the first one is coming as Platinum Edition. I won't play them. Zombie games, I don't really care.
Nope. I've had plenty of opportunities to buy this whole package for like $10, $5. I'm like, I fucking hate zombies and zombie games. No, thank you at all.
Oh my god, we got... Yes. Go ahead.
Calling back to bad names, we have Triangle Strategy.
They just dropped the project and called it Final.
No, I missed that. This isn't really the name.
They're not calling it they didn't use the same terminology around the name anymore.
Oh my god, you're right. No, come on, that name is just
they
garbage.
Just dropped the project and called it Triangle Strategy.
No, that's what they did with the last one.
Yeah, I'm like, is this just a joke now? Or they're just like, yeah, this is what we do.
Strategy.
Please no. They don't. No. They got rid of all the stuff that said it was working title. Any of that.
Oh no! The final version of Triangle Strategy. No, that's the worst name ever for any game ever. Triangle Strategy. TM. It's got a TM. This is the name. What the fuck?
I'm glad I could ruin your night.
Oh my god! It looks so good. When my daughter saw it, she's like, "Wow, it looks really cool, Daddy. Is that an adventure game? Oh, there's battling. Can we play that?" Yeah, but not if it has a garbage name. Sorry, daughter. Oh, no. Oh. That hurts. That really hurts.
It does.
Why?
I will say the other thing that hurts is that its release date is March 4th, 2022.
Because that's so far away?
No, because there's so much stuff around that.
Oh, good point.
I'm like, God, why is everything coming out in between like February and April of 2022.
I know next year is going to be like if nothing gets delayed, man.
I know. I was like, okay, fine. I have to really pick and choose what I'm going to buy. At the beginning, I'm sure I'll play like most of the games that I want during that time period. It's just like, when will I play them? Because there's some big games that are going to take a lot of time. And I'm sure Triangle Strategy is going to take a lot of time.
Yes. We should come up with a new name for this game. Just between us. Because what the fuck? Because we can make a better one. I'll tell you that. After that was another trailer or gameplay clips for Metroid Dread, which I finally have pre-ordered. After this, I'm excited. It's next digital? 2 weeks, basically. Oh yeah, digital. Oh no. Yeah, for Nintendo games, I almost always buy physical, unless it's like a game like Mario Party, which I'm glad I didn't buy physical. You have it pre-ordered? Are you getting Dread?
I'm gonna get Dread.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, I can't pass up a 2D Metroid, really.
No way.
Even if I'm like, I'm not completely sold on it, as like, I mean, it's the sequel to Fusion, Super Metroid and Fusion. So there's still part of me that's like, really? But if they're really gonna call it that, then I have hope that it is as good as those games. So.
Yeah, my only hesitation is I did have a difficult time with the controls of Samus Returns on the 3DS, and I'm not sure if it's because the 3DS is small. I'm hoping that a Pro controller will take care of the issues that I had, because I had to stop playing it, honestly, because of the controls. I know that you and Brad both finished, and it was fine for you both.
Oh, no, no, the controls weren't fine. I was able to finish, though. Like, it still made my hand hurt.
Yes, exactly.
I just suffered through it to finish the game. I'm hoping it's better, because the thing that the Switch has is that you have triggers as well as bumpers. 3DS doesn't have.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, I mean, the 3DS whatever has like the X or the whatever, the XL, I guess, has those two inward buttons for the bumpers, like two bumpers on each side, basically.
Oh right.
Which sucks. And I'm not sure if that game used those. I can't remember, honestly.
Yeah, I'm hoping that this, just having a little bit more buttons going on here, will improve the play experience and the controls.
I hope so.
But yeah, let's do it. Let's get into another Metroid game.
I am ready. Sounds good. I think that's going to be a really fun one.
Yeah.
Next one, Nintendo Switch Online is getting updated with N64 and Sega Genesis, and you're going to pay more money.
Yeah, the expansion, Nintendo Online plus expansion pack. So Nintendo Switch Online is Switch Online is $20 a year right now.
Yep.
I have a feeling this is going to be an extra 10.
Yeah, I think 10 too. I think it'll be 30.
30 for the entire year, which still is honestly a really good deal if you're going to play these games.
Yep.
You need it. Well, the thing is, for people who don't give a shit about the backwards compatibility and playing these older games, they're just going to stick with the $20 a year so they can play games online with people.
And cloud saves, basically.
And cloud saves and that piece. But if you care about these N64 games and Genesis games, then more will be coming. Then it's a pretty good deal. I was really hoping for GBA, but
so was I.
But with Genesis and stuff, I'm like, GBA has to be coming at some point.
I hope so. But they're not only putting out the new, plan and the new games, but you can buy a wireless Genesis or a wireless N64 controller. The N64 controller is, in my opinion, the worst controller ever made.
I know. Yet I still sat there and I was like, do I want to get one? Because
I did the same thing.
It's a wireless N64 controller.
Yep, I did the same thing. I was like, I don't think so.
I hate this controller. But do I want one? Just to have it.
It's just like
show my kid. Here,
Yep.
Look at this thing.
What the fuck is that, Dad?
Yeah, what, how do you hold it? And I'm like, exactly. How do you hold it?
Oh my God, what a weird thing. but it got us to where we are now, I guess. So.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I was not expecting the controllers, honestly.
No, me neither. But they did it for the NES and SNES.
Yeah,
which I never got a hold of, unfortunately. But oh well.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm gonna get one of those 8-bit ones that look like it anyway.
Yes,
so whatever.
Those look pretty good.
Yeah.
Next up was something I probably will rebuy, which was the Shadowrun Trilogy on Switch. Yeah. These are really good RPGs. Really good stories, especially Dragonfall and Hong Kong. Those just had great characters and great stories. So,
and these I don't know who's porting it, but they seem like they'd probably run well on the Switch.
Yeah, they should. There's no reason they would have problems. I don't know who's doing the port, but Paradox owns it now. Paradox
Interactive?
Yeah, Paradox bought Harebrained Schemes, which was the company that made this, and the turn-based BattleTech game.
But
Paradox
does Harebrained Schemes own the IP Shadowrun?
Let's not talk about Shadowrun, who owns what of Shadowrun IP.
That would be a long podcast.
It's convoluted. Different people own the copyright, trademarks, and intellectual property itself. Different.
Oh, great.
All different.
Okay.
So however they worked it out, so they clearly that the games could still come out. But Paradox owns these games. So, yeah. But I'm sure someone's still getting royalties for either trademarks or copyrights, because I'm trying to think here. Microsoft owns one of them, and then Topps owns...
Topps? Because the cards.
But they bought through other acquisitions of other companies, they own the pen and paper version of the game, which I think had copyright stuff in it. I don't know. But then there's another company that owns a piece as well. I don't know. It's complicated and weird, but I'm excited that they're coming to Switch either way.
For sure.
Are fun games. But the next one.
Yes. Castlevania Advance.
These are some good Castlevania games, especially Circle of the Moon and Harmony of Dissonance.
Dude, and Circle of the Moon, I ripped apart my fucking GBA to install a fucking light mod so I can fucking see the thing. And it worked great. And then Travis wanted me to do it for his too, and it didn't work at all. So he got screwed. But I enjoyed that game. I enjoyed the shit out of that game. And I am so excited. I didn't buy it yet because I forgot that it was out today.
Yeah.
Because of the next game, which I have a funny story. But it has actually the 3 Castlevania GBA games, and has Dracula X, which was on TurboGrafx 16.
Nice.
It was an SNES port, I think, actually.
Okay.
Which is the inferior one, apparently. But whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm playing the other ones.
Yeah, I really liked Harmony of Dissonance. Enjoyed that one quite a bit.
So cool.
Which led right into Aria of Sorrow. The Harmony of Dissonance and Aria of Sorrow on the DS were actually just straight sequel to another. Which is great. There might have been a third one in that too. I can't remember.
Wasn't it Ecclesia or
Order of Ecclesia?
Yeah. Was that DS?
Maybe that was DS, I think, as well.
Dawn of Sorrow?
It was Dawn. Harmony of Dissonance, Dawn of Sorrow, which abbreviates to DS. That's the first DS one. A lot of games did that when the DS came out. Let's just be honest. So it was Harmony of Dissonance. No, it was Aria. Harmony of Dissonance. What is Aria of Sorrow on?
I thought that was GBA.
That is GBA. Is this not in here then?
Oh, okay. Now we need to do some searching. Oh, God damn it. Sorry,
I don't
Mike.
think it is.
Aria of Sorrow. Ported... What? No. It was a GBA game.
It was a GBA, and that's why I'm wondering if it's in the... Oh, it is in the Advanced Collection.
It should be. Yeah.
Yep, it's there. So you got Harmony of Dissonance, Aria of Sorrow, and Dawn of Sorrow is the DS one, which finished the...
Wait, they called one game Aria of Sorrow and another one Dawn of Sorrow?
Yeah, because they were sequels.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense, I guess. Holy shit. Aria of Sorrow, what is... Okay, Aria of Sorrow, Nintendo Game Boy Advance, brand new, factory sealed for $15... Okay, somebody wants $1,500 for it.
Oh, yeah.
Probably not getting that.
Do I? I bet I have that, actually. Not sealed, but...
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have that game, and probably don't have the box, I'll be honest. I just have the cart.
Yeah.
I have to dig it out. But yeah, that was pretty cool and came out that day. I think it also came out on Steam as well.
Oh, okay.
I have to check
I'm
again,
gonna
but
get
I
it
thought
on,
I saw
I'm getting it
people
on
talking
Switch.
about it. Yeah.
It's like $20 for all 4 games. That's fucking insane.
Yeah. You had a funny story about the next one?
I do, because as we were watching this together, my daughter and I, she would see games and she would be, some games we skipped through, like Dying Light, we didn't watch, obviously. When she saw Metroid, she's like, "Is that Samus? Is there a game with Samus? Can we play a game with Samus?" She's very excited. We usually avoid shooty games. If it's battling, it could be the sword, and that's about it. Speaking of that, ActRaiser came on, and my daughter was just transfixed. What, Daddy? What is this? I think it's ActRaiser. What's ActRaiser? I don't know. Anthony likes it. And then she just like she's like, "Is this out?" And at the end it said, "Out today." She's like, "What? Can we play that?" I was like, "I guess I'm buying ActRaiser today," which I did, and we played through the first level, which was really cool actually, because it's just hack and slash and jump.
Yeah,
and she was able to do it actually, and it's I needed to see the rating. Like, I'm comfortable now with E10 stuff, kind of looking at and figuring out this is something we want to do or not. And with the town simi kind of stuff you talked about before, it's not all battling and stuff. So
no, it's not. That's the thing with it. It's I have a lot of love for that first game. I don't know how much I like the art style of this.
The new one, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you remind me who made this originally?
Enix.
Ah, that's right, Enix.
Yeah, I'm almost certain it was Enix. Yeah, it published by Enix back in the day.
Okay, cool.
So it's Squaresoft now, Square Enix now, and the whole thing. So Square remembers that they own some of these Enix proproperties, basically.
Yes. Well, they dressed this one up, and so far it plays well.
Nice.
Yeah. So I guess we're of a bazillion games we're playing at the same time. We just each morning we have together, we choose something, and she's bounces around sometimes, but she enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what the rating is.
It's E10, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. It's not.
The enemies just fade out when you.
Yeah, it does. I'm like, I don't think it has a bunch of like gore or anything in it.
There's none that I've seen. It's just swing the sword and they just whatever, fade out. Best I can explain it.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I'm glad it's. Honestly, you're seeming to like it. It's cool to see this game back.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have gotten it if you hadn't talked about how much you like it too. I probably would have talked about it.
And the thing is that I'm like, when I say I like it, I'm like, I just have a lot of nostalgia for the game.
No, I remember you saying it was the best game ever made.
Yeah, exactly. I remember just getting it with because it was a really early release on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And getting it and just kind of being blown away at that age with a game that was doing this side scroller hack and slash thing, but then pulling out and being this a world sim basically. And
it seemed really ambitious for that age.
And being able to basically be this deity going through and helping these villagers and prosper and create a civilization, but then having to drop down to different parts of the world in your avatar basically.
Yeah.
And fight through. And that's the thing. I think the hack and slash stuff was not I wouldn't say is this is the best side scrolling 2D hack and slash out there. Mm-hmm. It was very competent though, is the thing. It was fun.
It is. There's even in the first level there was it wasn't just go forward slash Ghosts and Goblins, for example, whatever that was. It wasn't like that. It was there was some variation to the enemies. Then there was some trees you had to jump on to get across pits, and it was engaging. I feel like the main thrust of the game is probably the simi stuff. I don't know. Did it remind me of chess boxing? One round of chess, one round of boxing.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
But no, she enjoyed it. And I was like, really, this is it? You're not interested in playing the new characters?
No,
that just look really cute? No, you want to play ActRaiser? Okay. Next was Deltarune Chapters 1 and 2. I don't know if that had already been out. This is the sequel to Undertale?
I think so. It's been on Steam. A lot of people were talking about it on Steam earlier in the week, where you could play Chapters 1 and 2 for free. just a demo, because it's not the whole game. So,
chapters 1 and 2 is not the whole game?
No, not that I know
that's why
of.
I'm confused. Okay.
I need to probably download and try it. I think people who have played it have said that if you liked Undertale, you're gonna like this.
Yeah.
So, it's cool. And it Switch is the right place for that franchising game.
Yeah, definitely.
Then we had the sizzle reel, which I can't even remember what was in it. There's some stuff.
I can't remember either.
And then we had Miyamoto come out and go, here's the cast for the Mario film, which is animated. I'll say, I know that.
Yes, the voice cast.
It's the voice cast. Which leads with Chris Pratt as Mario.
What the fuck? I don't think you can do a whole movie of Charles Martinet doing Mario. I understand that. You want something that's listenable. But Chris Pratt? Is he going to try to pretend to do an Italian accent? Because that's going to be awful.
I don't know. The list of things is Chris Pratt as Mario. Charlie Day is Luigi. Anya Taylor-Joy is Peach. Jack Black as Bowser. I'm here for that. That could be awesome. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong also could be cool. Keegan-Michael Key as Toad. I'm okay with that. That could be funny. Yeah. Fred Armisen as Cranky Kong. Sure, crazy. Why not? Kevin Michael Richardson as Kamek.
Oh, Kamek. The wizard.
Mm-hmm. The wizard. Okay, and then
Bowser Jr.'s wizard.
Sebastian Maniscalco as Spike. That makes sense. So, and then Charles Martinet will be doing something in it. So, we'll lend his voice at different points.
I can see him doing the typical Mario sounds in between whatever Chris Pratt does, right?
Possible. I don't know. So there's two things here where I'm like, barring if they're right for the roles or whatnot, this is like an A-list cast for this movie.
Oh.
Like, what the fuck?
They were like, we want the best of the best of the best of the best. But not just like good, but also well-known people.
But these people also signed on to this. So what the hell is this movie going to be?
Well, those people, I would bet to a person grew up playing fucking Mario games, and they're like, I can be in the Mario movie. I'm going to be in the Mario movie.
Maybe
get me that fucking role.
But we had a live-action Mario movie that was terrible, and everyone wanted to like avoid it like the plague. So I'm like, I can't believe any of these people would just. Barring like Jack Black just being like, sure, I'll be Bowser. Why not? That sounds great. A lot of these people being like, would just be like, blinking an eye. Yes, I'm going to do this. Like, there has to be some level of skepticism of like, really? How? What kind of movie are you making? How do you make Mario a movie and not make it a train wreck?
Yeah, with Universal and people who did Minions or whatever. That studio behind it, plus it's not live action. Gotta
hopefully be. And it's coming next December.
Yep.
So, a year away. So that means, say in probably 7 or 8 months, we'll get a trailer for this.
Oh my god. The coolest thing, the thing that I thought, and I was like, oh my god, that's going to be a milestone. Like, I'm probably going to take my daughter to see that in the theaters because ideally she'll be vaccinated. Hopefully shit will be better. It's like a cool thing to like look forward to.
Yeah. I don't know. It was so just out there.
Oh, bonkers. Just like, what? Huh? What? I don't know. It's they think it's going to be big.
Yeah, clearly. That's going to be big. Splatoon 3.
Yeah, my daughter's also excited about this. She's like, are those the Inklings? What?
They are.
Are they jumping on the walls? What? Wait, is that a monster? Oh, man, it's so cool.
So it has clearly looks like it has a campaign going on.
Yeah, I mean, 2 had a campaign, so I would assume 3 would. 2 had a good campaign. The Return of the Mammalians. Yep. Looks like some new abilities. Looks like they're, I don't know. They've done a good job iterating on Splatoon for Splatoon 2, so I just imagine they're going to do more of that. But, it's another potential banger for 2022.
Yep. And then we finally got to see Bayonetta 3.
Unfortunately, I didn't, because as soon as that came on, I was like, off. So
Good plan.
I actually never went back to watch it.
It wasn't horrible, I would say. Like, nothing that's...
It wasn't horrible.
No, in a way for a kid sort of thing. They like kept it pretty toned down on.
Yeah, but it started with like soldiers shooting guns. Like, we don't watch gun stuff.
There you go.
Even that was too much. But the sexiness was toned down. You're saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's there, but it's definitely. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Hello. I'm still recording,
there, but my sound is down. What the? Nope, my sound is up. Okay. Are you there?
Yeah.
Am I broken? What's happening here? All right. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Wow, my computer is going nuts.
Cool.
Okay, well, I hope that got recorded for posterity.
Oh, it did wholly get recorded for posterity.
Thank you. Perfect. Hello?
So all I was saying is, like, it's still Bayonetta. So there's... The sexiness is always there, but it is not what I normally would say is typical of trailers for Bayonetta.
Oh, that's good. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's an actual game where clearly things are going to happen, because it was announced in 2017, and I don't know if we've seen anything since.
No, it was like announced at the Game Awards, right? Where it's just like, here's the Bayonetta 3 moon or whatever.
But this was actual like gameplay in the trailer, the whole thing. And I feel like I looked at it, I'm like, if you like that type of game, like the platinum action brawler type thing, yep, this is it. This is what they do.
It's gonna be good. If you like that. So. And 2022, another one.
Yeah.
We'll see, I guess, but it's been in development for fucking ever.
Yeah.
So
I'm more just amazed that they have it running on the Switch, I'll be honest. They show the trailer and stuff. I'm like, how is this even on a Switch? I don't know.
It's on that mysterious Switch Pro.
Yeah. And they reconfirmed that it is a Switch exclusive.
Kamiya doesn't want to keep getting fucking tweets.
Yeah.
Bring it to PS5. No, Nintendo's funding this. Shut the fuck up.
Yep, it is Switch exclusive. Who knows? Maybe we'll have a Switch Pro by next year.
Yeah.
By the time
we're gonna have a new Switch.
We will. The new Nintendo Switch.
There's no way they're gonna abandon this form factor. Like,
I don't think so.
They stumbled upon a fucking winner.
They really did. Yep.
And Steam's copying them now.
Yeah. But that was a direct.
Overall, it was pretty good, I thought.
Yeah. As you said, it was great for kickstarting the news cycle for Nintendo, especially going into the last 3 months of the year.
Yep.
And setting them up of being, hey, what does Nintendo have coming out next year as well? And it sets up directs for the next, probably in 2 weeks and then 4 weeks, probably, or 3 and 5.
Yeah.
For those two other games.
October 5th is the next one. And then later, so we got 2 in October. So it's next Tuesday for the Smash.
Yep.
One. And then 2 weeks later? 3
Probably
weeks later.
2 weeks later. Yeah. Right at the end for Animal Crossing updates.
Yep. Pokemon's going to have one, I'm sure, at some point.
Yeah, they will, because they have a game coming out in January.
I thought they had one this fall, too. No?
Oh, they do. You're right. They have the remakes.
Diamond Pearl or whatever it is.
Yeah, they have those remakes.
Yeah. It's going to be a Nintendo, it's the holiday season. This is when they ramp up.
They do. Oh, and we have the OLED Switch coming out in like
that's right. This next month. October. Yeah. Oh, with Metroid Dread, I think. Yeah.
I think right around then, 5th or 6th.
Yeah. The white Joy-Con and stuff.
Jeez.
And just having Metroid Dread coming out. Like, that for me, that's the start of, I guess that is the start of the holiday season for me in terms of the gaming holiday season.
I think
that's
so.
The first big release. But actually, Kena is the first one for me, which leads right into what we're playing.
Yeah,
Kena Bridge of Spirits is fucking great. It is.
Okay.
It is not overly complex. It is not, something you've never seen before. I keep reading or hearing reviews likening it to a really pretty PS2 game.
Okay.
And that's sort of like a reference to it just pulls from those kind of action adventure games. Like the combat is straightforward. You've got some cool abilities that like transform what you can do. You get a bow eventually to use with your staff, and it's. I heard some people call it wide linear, and maybe it really is more linear than anything else. A lot of my daughter wants to like jump on the rocks and jump over to the mountain, jump into the river, and it's like there's an invisible wall. You can't go anywhere there. So it's not open world or anything, but it is fucking gorgeous. First of all, this is the company that it's Ember Labs.
Yeah, they're an animation. They were an animation house before this.
Yeah, they're an animation house, and in 2016 they put out that Majora's Mask animation that I think they got shut down from Nintendo or whatever. And they were just like, so how do we make a game that has Majora's Mask shit in it? Let's make this game. Because there's masks that you get to give you different, not abilities, at least so far, but it's like interact with the world in different ways to unlock things. There's no, moon crashing down to the earth or whatever, but there seem to be some nods to Majora's Mask. It really feels like Horizon, where you just do the staff combat, none of the other shit.
Okay.
That's like how I'm interacting with the enemies. And then it just feels like a really simplified Uncharted in terms of exploration.
Okay.
Think like Uncharted 2. Like it was wide, quote unquote, linear. Except a Naughty Dog game versus this is like way more refined in terms of like you're not going to miss a ledge. The jumping is a little floaty in this game. Sometimes you don't grab the ledge you think you're going to grab and you plummet to your death, which is fine. The loading is just, I forgot. I haven't played a PS5 game in a while. It just loads like instantly. It looks gorgeous. I think the story is interesting. It's basically about, for now at least, I guess it's a 10-hour game. We've probably put like 3 or 4 hours in, and we're still on like the initial quest, which makes me think, oh, this is maybe the meat of the game. I don't know how much more there is beyond this, because it's really involved. Like, there's a kid whose spirit has not moved on, and you're the bridge of spirits, so you're going to help him move on. So you need to find 3 relics to go into where he was to help him, I don't know, put his memories to rest. And I'm like just getting to the second relic of 3, and it's been, 3 hours now at this point.
Okay.
But it's cool because it's this really nice adventure story that my daughter is super into. It has a female protagonist that she's really into, and it just looks gorgeous. And my daughter's really excited because you get these little companions that are called Rot that allow you to do different abilities.
Okay.
And you get to put hats on them. There's always hat shops that you can buy new hats. And she's just like, Daddy, as soon as we get a new one, we have to go to the hat cart immediately. Okay. She's very excited about that. There's one mechanic where like a flower grows or whatever, and you touch it with the rot, and all the rot come together into this blue blob, and you like move the blob around with your right stick, and then like hit the red corruption, which is all over the world you're trying to get rid of, and you like ground pound and it destroys it. But the fucking controls are so weird. That part feels so much like a PS2 game or like that era game where it's just like awkward, and they tried to do the best they could to get you to do this thing they wanted you to do, but it's not at all intuitive, or it's janky as fuck is what my technical term for it. But other than that, it is great, and it's captured my daughter's attention for sure. And we are super enjoying it. And that is, other than ActRaiser, all I've played this week.
All right. That's cool. Kina is on the list to eventually play. And
they call her Kena. Her name is Kena, so I guess it's Kena Bridge of Spirits, but sorry, I've called it Kina for too
long. I've continued my Final Fantasy XIV journey some. Slowed down a bit, do my dailies, and grinding up other jobs, and just kind of getting myself ready for the next expansion. But it was going around work, there was kind of a call on the design team and from the narrative designer to play Genshin Impact. So I picked that up.
Really?
And started, to just kind of how it an interesting way of just being like, how its UI has been refined, and like how its quest structures and story beats work and everything. Just from a like the narrative designer on the team was like, this is actually really good. It does it does the correct things. So if you want to see a game that actually does like on narrative design and like UI design actually work together, you should play it. So I have been playing it on most nights, getting farther into it. I'm impressed, I have to say.
Really?
It is I constantly am playing it and being like, my God, how did they make this much content?
Yeah.
Like, it's an absurd amount of just open world environment with tons of puzzles. You think Breath of the Wild has puzzles. This thing has so many just constantly in the environment that you can find, and they're much more involved than anything Breath of the Wild ever did.
Oh, wow.
Like, so there's a lot in this game, and there's a lot of voice acting. There's a lot of text and dialogue. Not saying it's great or perfect, but I'm like, how much did they spend on this game? It must have been a lot. A lot of money and time went into this game. It's a free-to-play gacha game, so it has all those tropes from the mobile market. But the one thing that I will say about it is you don't have to spend money to make the game fun. The game is fun no matter what.
Are you feeling compelled to put money into it?
I put $5 into it.
Yeah.
That's it. I was like, they had like a special like first time deal, which most gacha things do, where it's like put in $5 and then get some basic currency over the next month of playing. So I was like, sure. Like, and I didn't do that until many hours in after I was like, yeah, you deserve $5 for this. I'll be honest. Like, this is a lot of work went into making this, and continuing to make it.
Are you on PC or PS5?
PC, but then I did log into PS5 so I could get Aloy.
Oh yeah, well, there you go.
Because if you connect your account, log in on PS5 and connect your account, you're gifted Aloy.
And you can play her on the PC.
Yep, it's just part of your account. So yeah, you get her, and then you get her bow as a weapon. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it's been fun to play and kind of experience. It is the ultimate Breath of the Wild weeb game. Jesus, it is such a weeb game. And I mean that in the most endearing terms. Like, I'm here for stuff like this, so I can.
Yeah.
But I think that's the thing I can say with being a gacha game is that it can be in that free to play. A lot of those games work a lot of times in the like, well, if you want to make this game actually fun to play, you got to spend money.
Yeah, right.
And this game does not do that. Like, I totally see you could play through the entire game and never spend a dime, and it would be a ton of fun. And it's a lot of content. So
they bring in a lot of money. That team,
they do,
or that game does. I mean,
they do, and I played. And I see why. I'm like, I get it. Like, this is. I see why people would be willing to spend money in this, even not normally, because you don't. As far as I can tell, I'm like, you don't need any of the characters you could spend money on. Like, you get characters, and they give you enough currency as you're just playing the game that you'll get new characters naturally. Yeah. So it's like really only if you want specific characters or you're just like a completionist. But I'm not. I don't care. Like, that's fine. I have like 8 different characters right now. You can have 4 in a party at any one point in time. On the PC, you press 1, 2, 3, or 4 to switch between which character you are. They all have elements, and so you kind of match enemy types to elements and do special abilities and juggle special abilities as you switch between different characters to do combos. So its combat is more involved and deeper than Breath of the Wild's combat, I will say. So, I don't know. It's cool. Interesting. I get why people are playing it, and it's not something I'm like, oh, I'll play this thing forever, but it's been interesting to dive into and to analyze from a design perspective and see kind of why this game is as popular as it is.
Right. I wish my homework was that cool.
Yeah. Go play a game. Yep. Get to play a game. And sometimes those games are terrible and you're like, God, I hate playing this. And other times, like Genshin, you're like, this is enjoyable. I'm having a good time. So
yeah, at least you learn so much from shitty games, you know.
Oh yeah,
kind of thing.
Don't do that. God.
Yeah.
Ugh. But so that's mostly what I've been playing is juggling Final Fantasy 14 and this. I, like you, didn't pick up Diablo 2. I did have some coworkers that did, and they suffered through, I want to say this, the fact that the servers didn't fucking work for first 2 days, which I'm baby. You had 21 years to fix these servers.
And you still didn't do it because you fucking suck.
God damn it.
I heard that the head of HR left. Maybe someone.
There's a couple people that have left. There's an executive that left as well.
Yeah.
There's been more people leaving after the SEC filed investigation into it.
Need Kotick and Townsend to go. Let's do it. Come on.
Maybe, depending on what their stock does in the next chunk of time.
I can't see him going. I don't see why Townsend would stay. Like, she's barely been there.
I have a feeling that like the person that left recently, she had only been there she had been there 3 years.
Yeah,
as an exec, and she came from Google.
Fuck yeah.
And she was just like, "I'm out. I don't need this crap.
Fuck this place." And you're never going to be on my resume. So where do you after Google? You got like several years gap. I was finding myself.
Yeah. So, but
well.
They still just couldn't get the servers to function. Oh yeah, and they had the Overwatch executive producer left.
That's right. The guy who took over for Kaplan, I thought, when Kaplan left.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. No, because I don't think Kaplan was the exec producer. Kaplan was design side. I don't think he was production.
Yeah, he was creative. Mm-hmm.
Creative. This is and then Claire Hart, Blizzard Entertainment's chief legal officer.
That was it. That's the one. That's never good.
Yeah,
right?
Like,
legal
I'm out. Screw this crap.
I do legal for a living. I'm nowhere near this. Bye bye.
Yeah. So,
dude.
Yeah, maybe.
Where's it going to be in 6 months, man?
Who knows? But oh boy, I was just like, cool. Nice to know that things never change.
Yeah, exactly. There are other things to play. I love that some of the reviews put it in context. It was like the dedicated team put out a great game. There were some flaws, obviously, yada yada yada. But unfortunately, they have to deal with the ass fuckery from Activision leadership. Yeah. Yes, perfect.
Yeah, right. Pretty much. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, if you made it to the end of the podcast, obviously we want you to rate our podcast, tell your friends, all that kind of stuff. But also, I have something special coming out tomorrow. It is the culmination of the first step of my midlife crisis. And it just happened to be the song that's coming out first. I put together a number of songs, but the first one is coming out tomorrow, worldwide, on Spotify. You can stream it, or on YouTube. You can probably find it. I have a cool video with cats. I'll have to send you, Anthony, when it goes live tomorrow. But it's called The Legendary Roxy the Great. It's a metal song. I don't really do metal very much, but I wrote it for a friend who does do metal, and I tried to do something very close to something he might like. So if you are near your Spotify account today, which is on your phone, obviously, check it out. The Legendary Roxy the Great. And that's our podcast. Next week, we'll be here to talk about whatever crazy shit happens because we're getting into the holiday season.
We are.
Good stuff. An exciting time to be a gamer.
It is.
Or someone who likes games, whatever you want to say. All right, folks. See you next week.
Later, everyone.